Right, hello. Right, today is our prep day. Tomorrow is our first ever market and we've got lots to do. So I'm gonna bring you along with us and I'm gonna get everything prepped. So let's just go. Look at it. All right, first up is Booker's. This is where we get all the exciting stuff. So we're just gonna have a look around and see what we've got. I need oat milk, tissue, and then I'm just gonna see what else we can grab. We're not gonna go crazy because it is a small event. We're gonna get cookies from Costco, but I'm just gonna see what they got here. I probably still will end up going to Costco. Cookies. These look quite good. Right, no. I'm just gonna go Costco. Oat milk. Milk, we got the barista edition. Scan it. $8.99. That's pretty cheap, actually. Right. Cups and stuff, we don't need any of that. So now I need blue roll. I haven't actually got a list. I'm just guessing. There, blue roll. Lots of blue roll. Oh, that's too many though. That's $12.99. $4.99. Yes, I'll get that. That'll do. This is what happens when you don't write a list. I've not got a list, so I don't know what I need. I've got blue roll and scan it. $14.99 total. Phew. I thought that was $14.99 just for that tissue. I actually think that's it. I'll get milk tomorrow. Blue roll. Oat milk. Do I get soft drinks? That's the question. Soft drinks. Sure, I'm gonna get some water because people might want water. £18.59. I think that's it. Right, let's get this in the car and then figure out our next plan. £18. Hopefully we'll sell a bit of that. Get a bit of it back. I don't think we'll sell all the milk, but we have run out, so we'll still use it. Oh, this is cheap. That's why it was $4.99. So Booker's trip is done. We got oat milk, some blue roll, that's to clean everything, and some water. It's not hot enough really to sell drinks, and where we're pitched tomorrow at the market is right opposite a supermarket, so it's very unlikely that people are going to come and grab drinks from us. Our last event we were parked opposite a co-op and we had a full fridge stocked full of drinks, and I think we sold 3 drinks, cold drinks. So we're not going to bother this time, but I do need ice, but I didn't want to get it from here because it's going to melt. So what I'll do is I'll get it tomorrow from the supermarket that's opposite, as well as the milk for the coffees and hot chocolates and whatever. So now we're going to go to B&Q because it's still too early to go to Costco. It's 8:30, Costco opens at 10, so we're way too early. They didn't have like the biscuits and stuff in there that I wanted. They had some nice like brownies and stuff, but yeah, I want cookies. So I'm going to go to Costco, get that. So B&Q, straight to Costco, it should be open by then, because I need to get the wood cut for the generator quiet box that I'm going to try and make later on because it's so loud. And then we will go and get the gas from Flow Gas, and then we'll go home and we'll just check the trailer, make sure everything is ready and good for tomorrow. So let's go B&Q. If you can see behind me, we're at Costco. I actually hate this place. There's always a queue to get in, always. So I thought I'd come in on a weekday early, and no, the queue's like halfway up the road. So I'm gonna wait 10 minutes. I need to go in and get a new card because I've lost my card, and then we're gonna get the cookies. Hopefully it should be nice and smooth. It should be fine. It's not actually open yet. It opens in 10 minutes. So once it opens, I'll start letting people in. I'll go get my card, and then it should be straight in, straight out. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, we're not a B&Q because I got to B&Q and my brain wasn't working and I couldn't figure out the size of the wood I needed. So let's go get some cookies. Right, we've got them. Let's get out of here because it's so busy. Right, it's so windy. I don't know if you hear me, but that is job done. We're going to get this in the car. In. That was actually horrible. Whew. I queued about 10 minutes to get a membership card, and then got in, got everything I needed really quickly, and then it took me about 5 minutes to queue to get out. Costco, you need to sort out your system because it is ancient. Anyway, I've been at this for about 3 hours now. I've already spent about £34 and I'm still not done. So let's get this stuff in and let's check the gas, get the wood cut, and I think I might need a new 7-pin plug for the trailer as well. Right, next job is to weigh the gas. This cat is like obsessed with me. Just because no one else is here, you want to be friends. Right, you need to go away. Just won't leave me alone. Right, we need the weighing scales. We need our piece of wood. Weighing scales. So, can you believe these were £250? Back when I was a personal trainer, this was a good investment. So, these cans are 18 kilos, and whatever's left is gas. So 23.7. So there's about 6 kilos of gas left. So that one might be alright. I'm just going to check the other one. Oh, 25.7. So this one's got more. So my option is I take both, and if one runs out, put the other one in, then I've got 2 empty. So between us I've got nearly 10 kilos, which should be plenty. And then that saves me a trip to Flow Gas. The mind boggles. If I take this back, I'm not wasting. They're £50, these are, and they're 47 minus 18. So that's about 30. So that's a third left altogether. I don't know what to do. Take 2 and then have 2 empty ones. I basically got to run it for 5 hours, 8 AM to 1 PM. So I need to run it for like 5-6 hours. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 5 hours. Will it be enough? 10 kilos. I'm just going to do some calculations and I'll come back. So, I mean, I'm in an R-in and I looked online, there's a trick. So we pour hot water down the side, and then you can actually hear it doing something. So the hot water is going to come down obviously, and where it's hot, where it changes temperature, that's where the level is. So it's here. So I got that much in this one, and that is the low one. And then this one I did it a minute ago, and it's about here. So it's about a third. So I think we should be good. So let's go get the wood, and we're going to make a cover, a quiet box hopefully, for the generator. So that's good. I don't need to get any gas today, but next time I will. So I'll show you that when I do it next time. All right, we're at B&Q. I'm just going to run in and grab everything that I need. So we're going to get that 9mm and then get somebody from here to cut it, because I don't want to cut it. And this is my little plan sheet. Hopefully it all works out pretty easily. So yeah, there's all the wood. I might get around to doing it today, I might not, but we'll see. Oh, that's cold. So the sun did come out, but it's still cold. So we need to get this thing ready. I'm gonna pack the cookies, the water bottles into the car, I think, and not in here, because let's have a look. This is the current state. All the cups are stored in these boxes here. We've got syrups in the box, and then just some other bits. So there's actually not that much room. So we need to use the space as best we can to stop things moving around, because things do move around. And one day I will put a camera in here just to see how much they move. But for now, look, it's not very clean. So I'm going to put a bag in the bin, and then don't need this anymore. This was used for keeping the espresso machine warm in the winter, although it might still snow. I'm going to hang this up. So we're going to get this thing as clean as possible, We always give it a clean down before we start serving anyway, but I just want to make sure it's done now, quickly, just a quick wipe over, and then we can clean it again tomorrow. Just make sure. So I need to put the grinder in the box, so actually I might as well do that now. So there's coffee beans in here, so we just close it, and that should lock off the beans, hopefully. Yeah, see, they shouldn't cut. Oh, lost one. And then we'll put the beans back in the box, and then at least then do you want to see inside the coffee box? Oh, look at it. Nice coffee beans. There's still quite a lot of coffee left. It is close to going off. It's fine, but we've noticed the coffee started to taste a bit different as it's got a bit older. So that it's nearly 3 months old, the coffee, and it's been kept in a cold, airtight container, so hopefully it's alright. But I think after the event this weekend, I think I will just maybe give it away. We'll see. It tastes alright, but to me it just tastes a bit bitter. But it's still better than most coffee. When you go out for coffee, it's still better, but to me it doesn't taste as good as it could. Yeah, so we don't need you anymore. Right. So we store our grinder in the box when we drive, so we move, because I didn't want to strap it down because it's a bit ugly. Even though customers probably don't even care, I care. So let's clean this baby down. Paintbrush, which works really well, by the way. It's pretty heavy. Jeez. Somebody's not been to the gym. Something just fell on the floor. It was the microphone. Is it even on? Which isn't even on. So, if you didn't hear me, the grinder is kept in the box for transport, and the coffee is kept in here. I need something to put the beans in. Okay, then go in there. I'll clean it in a minute. That's one job. I can put that on the floor now. Right, let's put a bin bag in the bin. Perfect fit. Right. It's noisy, sorry. Get rid of that. Give that a little clean as well. So I'll take this inside. This is our knock drawer, so I'll take this inside. Clean that now. So this, I don't know if it fell last time, so I will put it on the floor when we leave tomorrow. When I finish packing up, I'll put it on the floor, just because it is quite heavy, and if it does fall on the floor, it could rip the lino and damage the box, obviously. So that is looking nice and clean. Next, I'm going to move this onto the side, I think, and out of the way, because I need to get the water out of all the cup. This one's empty, but the end two, there's water in and wastewater from where I've been practicing my latte art on the machine. So I need to get all this out of the way so I can get the water out. So let's do that now. Right. So as you can see, it's a bit dark, but that is our waste for our picture inside, which also needs a clean. That's dirty. So we're gonna get that out. Actually, let's clean this first and then we'll get that out, because there's no point. And then they're all empty, apart from a little bit of water in there at the bottom. But I know behind it is the waste, and that probably needs changing. So yeah, let's do that. That's pretty gross. Here is the other one, which is not much better. This is just all nice leftover espresso, no milk in there. I'm just going to move that into the other one. There's an empty one at the back, so that's in there. So let's get this emptied, cleaned, as well as those three. These are the fresh water tank, 325 litres there. I don't think we're going to need that much, so I might half fill 2 of them or 3 of them, and then if I need more water, I'll just go get it from wherever we are, shop. So let's get that done. These 3 they're clean, but I'll clean them anyway. Just put well, they're not that bad, but these are worse. In goes the Milton. So we'll clean these out, let them sit for like 15 minutes, and then rinse them, dry them off, put them in, and these three I'll fill it from the inside tap. And then there's a filter inside that filters it anyway. So this might take a minute. And then after this, I'm just going to clean down the espresso machine. And then I think that's about it really. Pump my tyres up. I need to pump my tyres up. Oh, I hope we actually get people turn up. 25 litres, these are going to take forever. We'll cut back, I think, when they're done. Stop anything getting in. Okay. So whilst they are sitting, I'll give them 15 minutes. I'm going to clean out these properly. That's done. This needs a wipe down, and then I think that's really pretty much it. So yeah, let's just get on with it, shall we? Because otherwise I won't ever get it done. So that's that done. Now we can clean this. Yeah. Nothing beats the microfiber, does it? It looks so much nicer when it's clean. I'm going to take this inside and clean it. So this is our coffee machine. It's not bad actually. Well, no, I say it's not bad, it's really good. It's a Conte, I don't know what it is. CC102 compact. It is lovely. The only thing, or issue, it's not really an issue. Look, for craftsmanship, this one is level and this one's twisted. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but that is probably my only issue with it. But it doesn't affect the performance. It's just a bit like, it's expensive, a really expensive piece of kit, and you expect it to be like perfect. Yeah, that's brand new, mate. Brand new. Right, let's get the tray cleaned, because it is a little bit grubby, as you can see. This comes out, and then you can see, oh my god, the drain hole. So let's clean that. I'll do it inside, it's easier, and I'll come back. So you may have noticed that I do actually have a sink in here and I'm not using it, and that is because if I use it, then I have to clean it, and I don't want to clean it. Plus I have to empty the water again, which is, well, if I do it inside I don't have to do that. So that is why I did it inside. But when we're at an event, we do have the option of cleaning with the sink, which, is it on? I think that's on, which works. Right, let's get these knobs back on. There we go. Okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So last thing to do with this is to strap it down. And there are straps underneath, which should hopefully be ready to go. So last little job for that, then that's done and ticked off. There's one. If I do this now, we need to be there tomorrow really early, so at least then it's done. Right, so there it is. It's strapped in and it won't go anywhere. Yeah, we've got to leave really early tomorrow, probably like 7 AM. So I don't want to have to do any of this tomorrow. So if I can do it all now, then that is less to do in the morning. So that's down. I need to get the water bottles back in. So I'm just going to quickly go and empty those and then refill the ones I'm going to refill, and then clean out the ones and dry out the ones that are going to be waste water. And then I think we can, the floor needs cleaning. But yeah, and the fridges. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna put it on so that the freezer has a chance to, I think that's on. Yeah, 6. So I'm gonna put it on so the freezer has a chance to freeze, because we're gonna put ice in there tomorrow. and then it will be nice and cold for the morning. Put that in, and then hopefully tomorrow that will read 5 degrees, because we're gonna have to put milk in it, or I think it's 5 to 8, and then we can do our fridge checks. Time to do the floor. That is everything done up to here, and then I can, when I go out, I'll lean out there and do it. So now I can fill it up again. Put that back on there. I dropped that earlier. It fell underneath the fridge. Screw that on. There we go. So now I can get the water back in, and I can be done pretty much. So I always dry them before we put them back, and then we'll always know if there is a leak. So there we go, it is in. You probably can't, I don't know if you can see it, but that's strapped in. So that's one we'll use for the pitcher insert, and then that is a backup for under the sink, because when we did our first event, this one overflowed, because I think we were pouring drinks from, yeah, so we was using we used up all the water from the tap, so that was full, and then was also pouring drinks down the drain, so then it overflowed. So we have that as a backup, or if it's a smaller event, we'll just use a small one. And as we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, we'll just use the big one to start with, and then we'll use that as a backup. So that is done. I was just about to say I'm done, but then I realised I hadn't filled up the water tanks, nor this one, or tested the hot water, because it's not been on for a while. So I'm just going to heat that up, test it, and it needs like 10 minutes to heat up, and then I can put everything back, and then we're pretty much ready to go. Yeah, so once that's done, I'll show you it all packed up and ready to go, essentially. So I'll be back in probably like 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. All I need to feel, there's a temperature change in this, and then we know it works. So there's a little bit extra to do. I forgot I need to fill in the books and my cleaning log, which is there. So once I've done this, that should be heated up and ready. I checked everything works. Right, all good. So that's that one. Time to test the hot water. Oh, you can tell it's not been on for a while. Yes, it's warm. So that is all I need to do. So I just need to turn it off. So yeah, everything works. I can now put everything where it needs to go. And then I need to get a few bits ready that I haven't remembered, such as the POS, the iPad. I need somewhere to put all the jugs, so I need to get another box actually. And then we'll be good. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Let's get that down. So that is pretty much final layout. Tied in, all the things are tied in, the water's in. That's not tight, but in the morning I'm going to run this up to temperature so that when we get to the event it doesn't take as long to heat up. It takes like 45 minutes to heat up, which is a long time. So yeah, that is it. Last thing I need to do now is pump the tyres up. I need to change over the 7-pin plug on my car because the cap fell off and it doesn't hold the plug in properly. And then I think that is it, ready to go. So yeah, hopefully the event is good, and we'll film the event and I'll show you that in the next video after this one will most likely be the event, and I'll show you everything, how it goes. But yeah, exciting times. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Fingers crossed for us. See you later.